Oh, this is good. Can you all hear me? Is it too loud? It's good? All right, good.
There's no mirror. One of these days I'll do it and there'll be some kind of a mirror there or something like that. Let him sit down.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. Everybody here, everybody at home. Shabbat Shalom.
So the rabbi, if you haven't noticed, is not on the bima with us tonight, but he will be back next week. You have me, you have Sandy, and you also, what we don't have is an accompanist tonight, and I have 2 strings broken on my guitar. So tonight we will be the band, so I will ask you to snap your fingers and clap your hands, and most of all, I hope that you will sing, and I hope that those of you at home will sing along as well. Turn the microphone down. Okay, so I'm going to let you talk, and I'm going to go turn the microphone down.
See, this is the first night Beth has had the honor. We haven't had our mics set really well, so tonight's the first night really that she's wearing the headset, and you can hear her far better. So, but it's too loud then. Okay. If we had piano, probably it would be okay.
If I talk like that, is it the same? It's the same. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. What about this? Is that better? Can you still hear me?
Can you still hear her?
Up more?
A little bit more?
How about this?
Pardon me?
How about
can
this?
You hear me
Can
now?
you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Is that good? We think this is okay, good. All right. Well, the good thing is, with this microphone, I can walk all around. So if it becomes too loud.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that fun? I can be the sound system. I can.
Yeah.
This is fun. All right, so we are going to, the rabbi is not here. Neither Sandy or I are going to be doing a sermon or a devar tonight, but I am going to stop and talk a little bit about the prayers, just so that we can pray with kavanah, with meaning. I won't talk about all the prayers, I promise. More at the beginning, less at the end when we can see the finish line ahead of us, but I hope if you have questions, you can ask me, and my response will probably be, what a great question for the rabbi, right?
Okay.
So
maybe we need a list.
We're going to start with a song with no words called the Nagun, and the whole first part of the service is really the warm-up to really being able to pray with our hearts. And one of the things about why we use music is to find that place in our soul. My husband is a composer, and he has written a number of musical comedies and musical dramas, and the question is always, when do you decide to put a song in? Where is it? And it's always when words, just by themselves, will not convey what you need to convey. And it's the same thing with music in our service, that the music that we have helps our prayers and our spirits rise up. So we are going to start, and I am going to snap my fingers, and I hope you will snap along with me. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 Lai, 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 yai, la, lai. Ya, la, la, lai, la, lai. Ya, la, la, lai, la, lai. Ya, la, la, lai, la, lai. Ya, lai, lai. And now we're going to sing Hine Matovu, how good it is for us all to be together tonight.
That'll be page 128.
Hine Matovu Manahim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. 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 Hine Matovu Manahim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
Thank you. I'd like to call up Tony and John Rindy to do the blessing over our candles this evening and our Kiddush. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And we are on page 120. And you can read whatever paragraph you would like to, Tony. You can read you can pick whatever blessing you'd like before you say the, yeah, 120
And 121.
and 121. It's the thinner book. It's going to be in the numbers
page
in parentheses.
2 and 3.
In the little one, it's in the parentheses. The thinner books, the numbers are different. Okay. Thank you for remembering to stand. Hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch. Baruch ta nai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech.
No, that's the wrong one. We're wrong.
Whoops, I've forgotten the wrong thing, sorry.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, b'ahava uvratzon, hinchiltanu לנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you.
Be seated. Thank you, Tony and John. We're going to go to page 124, and I'll read the first paragraph, and join me with the second at the top. We enter this sanctuary. We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured, a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves together. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flaws within our hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer. So we're going to lift our hearts in prayer, 138 for Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela dai dai dai. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela dai dai dai. Lecha Dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם ניסוחה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה די די די. Lecha Dodi לקראת כלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בא אורך, קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני, עלייך נקלע, לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, יללי, יללי.
פני
שבת נקבלה, די, 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 לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. Now we all
Please rise and
rise.
face the doors to welcome our Sabbath bride.
בואי ושלום, אדרת בעלה, גם ברינה וצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה, די, די, די. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללי, 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 פני שבת נקבלה.
We'll now go to page 146 and do the Baruch Hu together.
I need to take a drink of water. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Hamevorach leolam vaed. Hamevorach, Hamevorach leolam vaed.
152, the Shema.
So before we do the Shema, one of the things that we look at with Kavanah is the choreography of the prayers, the movement, just like on the Baruch Hu, we did a little bowing. We're not prostrating ourselves, but it's a respectful type of bow. So the choreography with the Shema, for some people, they close their eyes during the Shema so that they can spend all their time listening to what we're saying. And what are we saying? What is the Shema?
The Hero Israel,
Hear, O Israel, and who are we talking to when we say Hear, O Israel?
God,
Well,
everybody.
right.
Everybody.
We are Israel. So we're talking to ourselves. So let's try it right now. Let's everybody close their eyes. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malachuto Leolam Vaed. Good. Everyone can have a seat.
And we'll move on to 154, and we'll all say the Ve'ahavta together, please.
Does anybody know why, when we sing the Ve'ahavta, this is a different prayer than most of the other prayers that we do, the service? Does anybody know what makes the Ve'ahavta different? It is part of the Shema, right? Mm-hmm. But any other reason?
Is it?
When you look at it, take a look at the page. We're on 154. Do you see all those funny little symbols by the Ve'ahavta? Can you see them on top? Do you know what those are? Do you know, somebody said it right. It's Torah trope.
Torah trope.
It's what you look at when you're learning how to chant. So the Ve'ahavta has that munakaton, so we know that is Ve'ahavta. So this comes straight out of the Torah. So the chanting that we do is actually Torah trope. So anyone who would like to learn Torah trope, I really enjoy it. I'm so happy to work with you all this year if you'd like to do that. What's interesting about it is the Reform movement, the Reform liturgy, has taken two of the parshas, two of the portions, and they've put them together. So what you normally hear at the end of a Torah portion, the final sof pasuk, that's usually how Torah portions end, you actually hear it twice in the Ve'ahavta because it comes from two separate ends of the Torah portion. All right, why don't we do this?
It's really interesting.
Interesting? I think it's interesting. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'adecha v'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha vishinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam v'shivdecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uvshachtecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uvkavtam al mizuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lehiot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Lovely. And now we're going to go to page 157. And if we can do responsive reading, and I'm going to start with in a world. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing at the shores of the sea. And we'll go to 158 for the Micha Mocha.
Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Micha Mocha ne'edar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot ose fele Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai Micha mocha ne'edar ba'kodesh.
And we're going to move on, 161. And I'm going to hear Beth do Hashkivenu.
All right, Hashkivenu. All right.
And please sing along.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu lishalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu lishalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו עלינו לחיים. ושמור צאצאנו ובואנו לחיים לשלום מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. יאללה לילה לילה לילה, יאללה לילה לילה לילה, יאללה לילה לילה, יאללה לילה.
And we're going to go to 122 and join Beth in singing Yismachu.
The music forward service, that's what this is.
Yeah.
ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם יספרו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ובשביעי רצית בו והקדשתו שבת, חמדת ימים אותה קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת, זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת.
Okay,
That was fun.
that was fun. We're going to turn to 164, and we're going to read together, read our prayers through 146. Could everybody please rise?
Certainly. So I'm going to talk about choreography for 1 second and say, when we do the Adonai Sifatai Tiftach, and I don't know in this congregation if you do that, but often people will make a little box. They'll go back 3 notes. We haven't done it. So they go like this. Adonai Sifatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. And the reason they do that, well, there are many reasons that they do it, because, of course, 2 Jews, 19 opinions. But one of the reasons is to we're all here working together, praying together, being with each other, the community. But in these prayers, which is the meat of the service, we try to carve out our own sacred space. So if you want to try that with me, please go right ahead. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem, Leman Shemo V'Ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen, Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. We turn to page 168 for the giver wrote. Ata gibor leolam Adonai, mechaye hakol ata, rav lehoshia, morid hatal. Michael chayim v'chesed, mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, somech nofalim v'rofei cholim, umatir asirim, umekayim emunoto liyishanei afar, michamocha ve'al giburot, umidom elach, melech meimid, umechayeh, umatzmiah Yeshua. On page 170, Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdushim b'chol yom, yelalucha selah, baruch ata Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
You're welcome.
I close?
I love choreography. It does make things different. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go. We've done that. Oh, I guess it's time for reading.
And you can have a seat if you'd like.
Absolutely. Lost the reading. I think this must be it. Oh, I don't have it. Where can we go? 171. There it is. It's on one page, 171. Please join me. Where might I go to find you? Exalted, hidden one? Yet where would I not go to find you? Ever present, eternal one? My heart cries out to you. Please draw near to me. The moment I reach out for you, I find you reaching in for me. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
And now I hope you'll join me in Sim Shalom. And this song has 4 words in it. Sim, Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. It means grant peace, goodness, and blessing. And I think we all need that. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, tova uvaracha. Sim, 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 shalom, sim, 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 shalom, sim, sim. Sim, shalom, tova, uvaracha. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, Ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la 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 la. Sing, 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 shalom, sing, 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 shalom, sing, 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 shalom, tova uveracha.
And we'll now take a few moments for a silent meditation.
יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי וגואלי אדוני צורי
We now turn to page 371, and we think of those in our congregation and people that we know who are working on trying to heal and feel better. This is our prayer for healing, the Mishaberach. And it says, may the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen.
Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah u'yivarech v'yirapeh et ha'choleh.
Tonight, we remember Pat Adamson, Eric Adler, Raymond Douglas Alcorn, David Altner, Barbara Bachman, Marty Bilo, Evan Bin, John Conway, Ann Cole, Richard Corwin, Mark Edelstein, Mickey Edelstein, Benjamin Edelstein, and Brian Edelstein. Danielle Heyman Feist, Eric Fisk, Sam Friedman, Carolyn Gold and Bob Gold, Linda Goldman, Jennifer Gousset, Barbara Green and Buddy Green, Marvin Hollander, Stuart J., Harriet Kaplan, Lori Cattleman, Hank Corin, Wendy Sugarman Krosnoff, Dr. Sonia Linke, Michael Lynch, Madeline Leone, Elsa Mikash, Dolores Munsick, Ruth Poehler, Don Rolander, Liesl Schick, Lee Siegel, Dr. Cindy Steinman, Pete Tanner, Fred Truax, and Michael Verub. And if you have other names to add to the list, please, as I look your way, to please say their names out loud. Okay. Yes, Rachel. Oh, Ruth Romtar, thank you. And yes, Dorothy. Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
Doris Kirshner, Philip Gelman, Chris Blackwell.
Do you have?
Mi shebeirach avoteinu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah hu yivarech v'yevapeh et hacholim elna rifana la elna rifana la elna rifana la elna rifana la.
Thank you. Now we're going to, excuse me, we're going to turn to 586 for our Elenu. If everybody will please stand. Don't you fall.
Thank you. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kamishbechot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vigor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, Livnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yehiye Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
And now, please, we're going to go ahead. We're going to go to 597 and get ready to do our Kaddish. 597. When cherished ties are broken, I'm sorry, page 596. And we're going to say the Kaddish if you'd like to continue to stand. We're going to read number 8. Please read along with me. When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and the strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear. But if we dwell too long on our loss, we embitter our hearts and harm ourselves and those about us. The psalmist said that in his affliction, he learned the law of God. And in truth, grief is a great teacher. When it sends us back to serve and bless the living, we learn how to counsel and comfort those who, like ourselves, are bowed with sorrow. We learn when to keep silence in their presence and when a word will assure them of our love and our concern. Thus, even when they are gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as, in their higher moments, They themselves wish to live. We remember them now. They live in our hearts, and they are an abiding blessing. To remember our congregants who have passed away in the past year: Lily Singer, Shelley Foreman, Myron Palfrey, Robert Sheldon, Beate Rosenbaum-Madnick, Shirley Botkin, Jack Moss, Linda Fine, Sid Bolin, Joan Keller, Leah Weintraub, Nina Stagg, Janet White, Phyllis Krause, Phyllis Allman, Sheila Buckwalter, Robert Mansfeld, Albert Gart, Barry Dabowski, Ann Blumenkrantz, Shirley Matler, Richard Clausen, and Mary John Resch. And now we read the other names of those. I think I lost my sheet. Great. I don't have my sheet. Can I have, I get everything but my sheet. Sorry. Thank you, John. So we are remembering tonight for Mary John Resch, survived by her daughters, Margaret Morgan, husband Jonathan, Mary Alice Lloyd, Steve, and grandchildren Sarah Ellis, Harper Morgan, and Jackson Lloyd. And to the Morgan family, our deepest sympathies. We also add the list of our yahrzeits this evening: Jenny M. Auerbach, Laura D. Baker, Milton Lester Banker, Sylvia Barris, Rose David Belsky, Sam Bogdanowitz, Fred Cohen, Robert Stephen Dennis, Jean Diamond, Florence Donahue, Martha Dillacal Duarte, Neil L. Felmus, Hannah Irene Foreman, Dorothy Frisch, Noah Amos Gileadi, Molly Ginsberg, Jean Ginsberg, Bert Goldman, Jack J. Gordon, Mark Herndon, Lena Hess, Marilyn Jacobs, Hilda Kaplan, Jerome Kipling, Jennifer Elise Kunkus, Andrew Adam Lynn, Frank Maddow, Azita Marie Mason, Alex Morales, Jean Noodleman, Joseph Ober, Alan Resch, Irving Schoenberg, Jack Sefakar, Lawrence H. Schumann, Shirley Schuster, Faye Silverstein, and Barry Silverstein, Al Sulkus, Francis Tudor, David Euclist, Wilbur G. Valentine, Natalie Ward Smith, Naomi Warner, Zena Wexler, and Eric Wilt. If there is someone else who is celebrating their yahrzeit, please be comfortable sharing their name. Is anybody else sharing a yahrzeit this evening they'd like to mention? Then if you will all stand, and we are now on page 598, and share the Kaddish with one another. Yitgadal, v'yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach yirutei, v'yamlech malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'kayet dekol Beit Yisrael, v'agalah uzman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah minvarach le'olam olmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yihdalel v'yithalal shmei dekudashah brichu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechmata da'amriman v'alma v'imrum, Amen. Yehes Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu V'Akol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'imromav, U'ya'asei Shalom Aleinu V'Akol Yisrael V'imru Amen. And may all their memories be for all of us a blessing. Now, thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. I'm going to do the announcements. First of all, thank you, Beth, for taking the leadership in tonight's service.
Oh my gosh, thank you, everybody.
Yes, really, thank you. Well, she helped put this together. We actually talked on the phone. And thank you for allowing me to share the Bema with you tonight. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. I think it's Pete, to thank him for making sure that we had our services streamed, so thank you, Pete. Next Friday, we will be having our official welcome to Temple B'nai Israel for Beth Gelman and Jackie Klein, who is our new J Learning Director for our religious school. It's going to be a two-woman opportunity. So please plan on being here to worship together and meet and greet our newest members of our temple family. Friday, July the 1st, 6 p.m., that's the night we're having our barbecue dinner and our Shabbat service. Please go to our website to RSVP. We will have dinner, and then we will have services to celebrate kind of the 4th of July. The other awesome event, for those of you who may not remember, on Sunday, July the 17th, TBI goes to the Rays. The first pitch will be at 1:40 in the afternoon. This is an event that's $40 per person. That includes a hat. We have a block of tickets near third base, and tickets are usually $70. So is this such a deal? So please, again, go online to make your reservations. Saturday, 23rd, will be a family event. We're going to have a Havdalah on the beach at the Sand Key Beach, where we often meet. So bring your chairs, a picnic dinner, enjoy our time together, followed by a lovely Havdalah service by the waterside. And just a reminder, please take a few minutes every week to catch the latest on our TBI's goings-on and our e-blast. It is the best way for everyone to find out all that is going on here, and there is a lot going on. I'd like to share a couple of words. I'd like to share words of a woman by the name of Hannah Senesh. Is that name familiar to anyone? Well, do you know Hannah Senesh? Yes, you are right. Thank you. Exactly what Ruth said. She was born in Budapest, Hungary in 1921 and died in Hungary 1944. After she was arrested at a Hungarian border by the Hungarian gendarme. She was imprisoned, tortured, but refused to reveal the details of what her mission was. She was executed, but is regarded as a national hero, a heroine in Israel. Her poetry is still read in Israel, and there is a kibbutz in Israel, Yad Hana, which is named for her. And she wrote this: "One needs something to believe in, something for which one can have wholehearted enthusiasm. One needs to feel that one's life has meaning, that one is needed in this world. Everyone here, you are all needed in this sanctuary and in this world." And I need to add one more thing to the announcements. On June the 25th, Jackie is going to be walking with others from our Jewish community on the Pride Parade in St. Petersburg. 3:00 p.m. is the kickoff. And if anyone is interested in going down and marching with the group, please contact Jackie, and she will be glad to tell you more of the details. Again, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for worshiping with us tonight. And we will go ahead and do the Hamotzi. Wonderful.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Amen. Good Shabbos. We're gonna close tonight with Odivo Shalom Aleinu. Great. Here, you wanna help? You can be part of the band. Here we go. Odivo Shalom Aleinu. Odivo Shalom Aleinu. Odivo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Odivo Shalom Aleinu. Odivo Shalom Aleinu. Odivo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Olam Salam. Odivo Shalom Aleinu. Odivo Shalom Aleinu. Odivo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom,
shalom.
everybody. Have a wonderful Shabbat weekend. I don't know what that means. Oh my God. Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, up